Camera speed.
Hey, what's good, guys? It's your boy G Marcus TV, back with a brand new video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Of course, as you guys know, I'm gonna be doing a recap and a review on And Just Like That, aka Sex and the City, episode number 5, and this one is called Hip to Be Scared. It starts off as Carrie and her new friend, they're chilling at the crib. So Carrie's going up the stairs and she has her umbrella, and for some reason she could only make it up the stairs with the umbrella. So she can't really walk, like it's hard for her to really walk. So basically she doesn't think nothing of it, but the friend is just like, no, we gotta take care of that. There's something not right. The fact that you're using the umbrella as a stand to walk. So what she did was she called one of her surgeons, and the surgeon seeing what was going on with her, why she can't really walk properly, and it turns out that Carrie has a congenital birth defect. Basically, her back is up. She needs surgery on the back. She decides to get surgery reluctantly, decides to get surgeries to correct the back stuff. So it turns out that Charlotte and her husband's daughter, Rose, she turned her name to Rock. So basically, now she's going by Rock, and the school is kind of allowing her to go by the name Rock. So they are not with it. They're not feeling it. They're just like, you know, why are you going from Rose to Rock? Because basically, of course, like she's kind of curious with girls. So of course, you know, that's a big deal. They're not really feeling that. So Miranda receives an email from Amazon talking about she has a book, and this book is about how to quit drinking. So she's thinking to herself, it's Charlotte. She's really annoyed and upset by that. Like, why the hell is she sending me a book about drinking? Because of course, as you guys know, in this season, in this new show, Miranda is struggling with alcohol. She's drinking a whole lot. So of course, she just to Carrie about it, like, why would she send that to me? And they're just basically talking, and she's just like, yo, I do not have an alcohol problem. So she ends up calling Shay to come to the hospital to see what's going on, to, you know, check up on Carrie. So they ended up having lunch together in the hospital building. It was Miranda and Shay, they ended up having lunch. So Shay was just talking about being trapped for years. They just ended up having a nice little conversation together. Meanwhile, Carrie is up on them painkillers. She's so up that she needs the help from Miranda and Charlotte to just use the bathroom. She's drugged up on painkillers. So as she gets in front of her building, these new delivery guys, they actually picked her up and they brought her into the home. And she's turned on by guys, because of course they're supposed to be the pretty boy. So she's like really turned on by a dude, and he's just like, ooh, okay. So as she's home, she's working from home, she's doing the podcast with Shay from home there in the studio. So she, for the first time, gets a little wild, because of course she's drugged up. So she just gets a little wild talking about how Samantha, her older best friend, and refusing to do the show. Samantha has stick her whole hand inside her to take out a diagram, which was, I find to be very funny. She even said Samantha's last name, which is Jones. So they're just like, what the hell? So they just looking at her like, bravo, like they're just clapping it up for her, like, yo, you finally not the old in the show. It's Miranda's turn to watch Carrie, because of course she still needs help with peeing, just for people to take care of her while she's drugged up, while she's recovering from the surgery. So who pops up? Your girl Shay pops up with the tequila. So from the time I seen that damn bottle of tequila, I already knew what was gonna happen. So of course they chilling. Of course Carrie, she's up sleeping, knocked out cold. So Miranda and Shay, they're just in the kitchen, they're just having shots of tequila. Of course Shay pulls out the weed, starts smoking the weed, and that's when Carrie kind of starts to get up. Like, it's kind of like, because she's smelling the weed and she's kind of like getting up a little bit. They're trying hard to not really make noise, but it doesn't work out. Shay's about to leave, and she's just like, okay, well, before, oh, I would love for you to give me the shotgun in my mouth, which is basically blow the weed in the mouth. That happened in the 2nd or 3rd episode. So she says, no problem. So she blows a little bit of smoke inside of her mouth. She goes and kisses her on the neck and gets the spot. Gets it. So as she gets the spot, of course, she's turned on. She grabs her and she starts on her. She just starts going in. She's kissing the neck. She's kissing on her, grabbing her, and she's like, yo, can I touch you? And Miranda was like, yes, please touch me. She goes down the pants and is just, whoo, she is just going in on the, I don't know if she's fingering or she's rubbing it. Good chance she's doing both. She's just giving her the business, and she is just moaning like crazy. She's screaming, squirming. It was one of the best scenes I've seen in a long time as far as sex is concerned. She eventually grabs her by the mouth and she is screaming through her mouth, and Carrie is hearing all of that shit. And now she's getting up and now she has to pee. So Carrie's hearing what's going on, but she still has to pee. So she's asking for help and they're not paying attention, they're not hearing her. So what Carrie ends up doing is she ends up pissing in the bottle. And then as cause she can barely move. And then as she's trying to put herself back up on the bed, she spills the bottle on the bed. Of course, the scene continues, and like I said, it's a great scene. With this Shay character. Now it went down and it was time for her to go, and she was just like, yo, what do you want to do this again? You want to have some fun? DM me. So she goes to use the bathroom, comes out the bathroom, and Carrie was on her like, yo, what the f are you doing? Like, I'm here, I need your help, I'm going through it, I had to piss in a bottle, which made me wet my bed. Like, you're in my kitchen, my whole house smells like weed, and like you're around in the kitchen, like, what are you doing? You're married. And she's just trying to play it off like, you know, oh well, I just got a little carried away, I was drinking. So Carrie even came in her drinking like, yo, what the f are you doing with this drinking? You're going in on this drinking. So eventually she breaks down and she just says, yo, I'm not happy. I'm not happy in my marriage, I'm not happy with life, there's so much more to me, like, I'm just not happy. And prior to that, while he was doing the sex scene, she was saying that it was the best feeling she's ever had in her entire life. I'm like, God, like, you know what I'm saying? Because she had a lot of in the previous show. Of course, she has a husband, so for that to be the best feeling you ever had in your life, damn, you know what I'm saying? So she is officially a, which is all good. I'm all for the females. So later on, she ends up listening to the podcast at her house, and she's about to take more drinks. I'm like, damn girl, she's about to drink again. So as she's listening to the podcast, it goes back to the Amazon message where she realized that, damn, I actually ordered this book for myself. It was not Charlotte. So she's like, oh shit. And that's when it hits her, and that's when she realized, yeah, I have a problem. So she ends up emptying every bottle of liquor she had inside the house. So of course, Carrie misses Samantha, so she sends her a text message basically talking about, she told her story about how she stuck her finger up her to get the diagram out. So she texted Samantha that Samantha basically was really cool with it. She was actually cool with it, like, you know, made a joke out of it. She texts her again, was like, oh, I hope you don't mind. And she was just like, well, your vagina's getting some airtime. Like, just making jokes. It was like 2-3 solid lines. So after that, Carrie just says, yo, I miss you. And then you see Samantha just starts typing, and as she's typing, she just stops typing. So you're just like, what the f? So Carrie gets some good news later on that she has a new physical therapist. This guy's name is Travis, and of course to her, this man is hot. So she is very happy that she has the new physical therapist who's going to give her like a deep lower back massage, because of course she's still recovering from the surgery. So she goes to reception, you know, to make sure everything goes good, but the front desk person says, I'm sorry, but your insurance does not cover that. She was like, oh no, I pay out of pocket. So she paid out of pocket for dude. But basically Carrie is ready for some action. It ends off where she goes back to her house, she puts on some nice heels, and that's how it ends. I definitely enjoyed the episode. I laughed. I felt really good seeing that sex scene. That was a good, dope sex scene. But the writing was really good. I really, really enjoyed it. So I give this episode a 9. This was a solid 9. Great job. Shout out to the writers. Shout out to the acting. Miranda, damn girl, I didn't know you had it in you. So guys, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and tell me what you liked about the episode tonight. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for supporting. It's your boy G Marcus TV signing off.
Got it. That's a wrap.